I'm Brian Borzakowski at the Canadian Business Leadership Forum, and I'm here with Bonnie Brooks, Chief Adventurer of the Bay. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You're reinventing a big icon, the Bay. I mean, how do you do that? What are some of the challenges? Maybe.
First of all, it's certainly an honor and a privilege to be at the helm of a Canadian iconic company at this time in its journey, because it's a 340-year-old company, and we want it to continue for another 340 years. So my time in the company will be very small in terms of the overall scope of its time in Canada. But in all honesty, the first thing that we did was to embark on a major research project. We interviewed 7,000 Canadians right across the country about what they wanted, and coming out of that research were some very clear findings around what they thought was missing in Canada. So affordable fashion with sense of taste and style, something that would be higher than the discounters but lower than, let's say, the very high-end high street designers. So we embarked on a worldwide search to find all of those things. So I think the first most important thing was that we dropped 800 brands and went on a brand acquisition around the world for 200 new ones. And really re-edited the assortment. So a lot of it comes down to what is the customer actually buying in the store, therefore changing that first. Of course, along with that, to get those brands, you have to be able to change the environment or the brands won't come in. So we opened 60 Ralph Lauren shops and a number of brands like that across all departments, which required building new shops, a lot of capital investment. But probably the most significant thing that we've had to work on is the culture in the company, and that certainly cannot be underestimated. We've embarked on a program called Service Excellence, and the Service Excellence is all around the behaviors that we would like people to exhibit. So all of our team members have gone on a mission to become more engaged in their role in the company, and engaged in an interaction with the customer.
How do you do all of this and yet maintain the Bay brand, the history? I mean, like you said, this has been around for a long time, so you don't want to change sort of the meaning of the Bay.
You don't want to turn the ship in the wrong direction.
Right.
Absolutely. Well, it's a cautious change and a calculated change. But at the same time, when you make the decision to make the change, you have to move rapidly, because you are marketing the changes and telling people about the changes, and if they come in and see the same old situation and they won't believe you. So you have a limited time frame to actually be able to make a difference. And it has been said often that if you don't get traction on a change that you're making within the first 2 years, you're not going to get the traction. It's not going to happen. So you have to move fast.
Right. Now, the blanket is a big part of the Bay's identity.
Yes.
And you've done a lot of different things with the blanket. Why expand it to, you got commissioned a canoe with the Bay with the Bay blanket stripes.
Right.
Why do all of that? Why is that important to this reinvention?
The stripes are iconic, and we have recently trademarked those stripes around the world. So we have every intention of building a collection of products that could one day possibly be expanded around the world. There are some very cool stores in Paris that want to carry some of our stripe collection right now. And with the whole underground fashion crowd coveting some of those striped items, it's made it to the sort of grassroots of marketing, if you will.
All right, well, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.